Welcome into Pullman Park for the second game of 4 here at the Serra Catholic Baseball Invitational. We're already making our way into this one with Serra Catholic as the home team and St. Joseph's as the away. Colin Holmes is on the mound for Serra Catholic as he pitches in his third pitch to Charlie Ross. That one's up high for ball one. It's a 1-2 count. Susie Cole alongside Al Lesh today. We do have Lily Peters down on the sidelines as Holmes rifles in his fourth pitch for another ball up high. The 2-2 home from Holmes, and it's up high for ball three. Now full count on Charlie Ross.
Charlie Ross, glad he wasn't 3 inches taller on that one.
The 3-2 home and a swing and a foul back. Ross staying alive for this first at bat. Holmes will toss in another, and it's up high again, but Charlie Ross swings at this one. One away here in the top of the first inning at Pullman Park.
Yeah, that high heater.
Gabe Maltese making his way into that righty batter's box. Playing shortstop for St. Joseph's here today. The first pitch in from Holmes, it's up high. That's 4 straight up high pitches from Holmes.
Yeah, he's working the top part of the zone. I don't know if that's on purpose or not, Susie, but it's working for him so far.
That next one was just on the outside corner of the plate for strike one against Maltese. Maltese steps out for just a quick second. Holmes readjusts his hat. The kick up, the 1-1 home. And a swing and a foul over into left, over the left field stands.
Boy, the weather's really turned around since this morning, hasn't it, Susie?
Yeah, I was going to say, you know what? Lily has a good down there this game. I did leave her with a blanket. But, man, was it a little bit of a struggle, game one, about 36 degrees at the start.
Yeah, no sun, and that wind was whipping. The wind's still whipping, but we got nice sun right now.
Holmes with the kick up and the 1-2 home. Now 2-2. Another ball up high. Seems he's trying to pitch some off-speed stuff, and it's missing a little bit higher. The 2-2 home. And just misses.
Wow, how he take that one? That's a good take because I'll tell you what, I'd have been all over that one. But
Maltese,
he works. Go ahead.
Maltese wasting no time, steps right back in. He'll swing at this next pitch. It's popped up high right over to third base. Dombrowski.
A little battle down there on the third base side. That wind, because that was high enough. That wind was taking that one, yes.
Yeah, and the sun might be playing a factor, too. Exactly. I think it's over the press box here, so Dombrowski having a little bit of a struggle on it, but getting out number 2. 2 away here, top of the first inning at Pullman Park. Holmes kicks up and pitches into Owen Swanson for strike one. First pitch of the at-bat. The 0-1 home. And that one, a heater in for strike 2.
Wasted no time bringing that one up there.
Nope. So I'm saying you can tell the difference between his off-speed right now and his heaters. He's going to go with a little bit of an off-speed pitch. This one off the end of the bat, but it's foul.
A little bit of English on that one down the first base side.
Swanson stays alive. 0-2, again, 2 away.
Jake Holmes behind the plate for the Eagles.
The kick up, the 0-2 home. And a swing and a miss on an up-top pitch there from Owen Swanson. But what an outing in the top of the first inning for Holmes. And let's welcome in Holmes with 2 strikeouts there in the top of the first inning. No score here between St. Joseph's and Serra Catholic. And now let's send it down to our third member of our broadcasting team here today, Lily Peters.
Thank you, Susie. Now, both head coaches expect a lot out of their players this season, starting with Serra Catholic, who had an explosive last season, totaling 209 runs. I talked to head coach Brian Zarenda, and he said he wants a state championship. He's dangling it right in front of his players' faces. But for now, he just wants his players to get more reps on the field, acclimated into the season, and just get rotated in and out. Now, for St. Joseph's side, I talked to head coach Chuck, and he stated that he just wants his guys to make a playoff run. Last season, him and his players were so close to making the playoffs, but just nearly missed them. This game is truly going to be an important one for the Spartans and the Eagles. Susie?
Thanks so much, Lily. And let's take a look at some lineups here now. For Serra Catholic, the starting lineup, number 1, Isaiah Petty in center field. Number 2, Owen Dombrowski in the 2 spot and playing third base. At shortstop, number 24, Zach Black in the 3-hole. Cleaning up things today, Jake Holmes, number 18. In the 5 spot, Tyler Skaggs. Max Black, he'll be playing at first base. And in the 6 spot, Colin Holmes. Pitching, Carmen, oh, this one is a tough one, Al. Cheverini. Yeah, yep. Cheverini, I got it right in left field. And then rounding up the batting lineup for Serra Catholic today is Matt McNeil. We'll see him in right field.
Don't know much about this St. Joseph's team, but they come in big strapping right-hander out here, Matt Tamiko, and looks like he can bring it. We'll see how he can do against this very good Serra Catholic Eagles team. As it's already been said that Coach Zarendo wants that state title. He battles for it every year. He gets his teams ready every year, and he's a perennial powerhouse in WPIL and usually goes pretty far in the state. So let's see what happens this year. The lifter for both these teams right now.
And that's something that St. Joseph's head coach Chuck Volke said. You know, he wanted to be a part of this tournament because he knew how elite the competition was going to be. His first season was just at St. Joseph's last year, and his team went from a no-win team to, like Lily said, winning 4 games. So this is the perfect test to start out their season.
And the first pitch misses.
For Isaiah Petty, leading off that Serra Catholic batting order.
Oops.
Next pitch in. He takes that one.
One gets away. Quickly 2-0 to Petty.
They cook up the 2-0 home, and it's up top for ball 3. Petty steps right back in. Tamiko looking in. Rifles it in for strike 1.
Takes a strike. Isaiah Petty, a 4-year starter for the Eagles. And he's fast on my little notes here.
Fast. Next pitch in, and that one gets right past Cooper behind the dish for ball 4. Isaiah Petty will make his way down to first base for the first base runner of this game. Now we're seeing the first lefty of the day as well, Owen Dombrowski.
He's
for Serra Catholic.
Multi-sport athlete for the Eagles.
First pitch into Dombrowski. That one up top too for ball 1.
Again, you talk about it, first game of the year. Butterfly's got to be flowing, even for the veteran players. There goes the runner.
Isaiah Petty takes off on this next pitch. An easy stolen base. He still slides in for safety. But
yeah, that steal was definitely, here you go. You see this? He definitely stole this off the pitcher. He had 5 steps in before the ball was even released. So, and for the speedy Petty, that was an easy steal.
Dombrowski now with a 3-0 count. I'm assuming he'll be waiting out this one to see what Tamika will give him. The 3-0 home. And it's inside, ball 4.
Oh,
Petty on this one was thinking he was going to third, but the umps were like, hey, get back to second there. Oh,
that must have hit the bat.
Must have hit off the butt of the bat.
Yeah, it had to be hitting off the bat because it's 3-1.
Yeah, pretty inside. Okay, just kidding. 3-1.
Yeah. Oh.
Oh, and a pickoff attempt, however, it goes a little bit wide, and Petty will make his way to third base anyways. He doesn't need a walk.
On the air, on the pitcher, Matt Tamiko. Runner at third base now.
Dombrowski with that 3-1 count. Next pitch in. Strike 2. He now has a fully loaded count.
Yeah, Dombrowski thinking that was ball 4, getting ready to toss the bat. Not to be. It's full count.
Unfortunate that one pitch hit off the butt of his bat. He takes his next one and he swings. And it's lifted up into the air. Maltese at shortstop, camped right underneath of it. Makes out number 1. Isaiah Petty camped out at third base. He didn't try to make any moves on the base pass that time.
No, he's fast, but he's not that fast.
That brings up shortstop Zach Black to the plate. Isaiah Petty just a little bit away.
Well, there's a name that just keeps on coming for the Serra Catholic Eagles, the name Black. I mean, they keep coming out of the woodwork, Susie. It seems like forever. It seems like as long as I've been hearing about Serra Catholic baseball, there's been a Black in the lineup.
Next pitch in to Black, and good for strike 1. Now a 1-1 count. I was going to say there's 2 sets of brothers on Serra Catholic.
Yeah.
The Black brothers and the Holmes
brothers, right.
Tamiko gets set. Tosses the 1-1 home, and it's outside and low. Ball 2. Black with a tap of the bat on home plate. No bat over shoulder. The 2-1 home. Up top, ball 3.
There you see Petty taking his lead off of third base. And Black works the walk.
Zach Black now at first base. Isaiah Petty at third. That brings up Serra Catholic's cleanup hitter, Jake Holmes.
Their junior catcher. There goes the runner.
Tamika tosses it in. It's up top, ball 1. On the pitch, Zach Black makes his way easily to second base. Now 2 runners in scoring position for Jake Holmes. Tamika with a look back at second. The 1-0 home, and it's outside, ball 2. Tamika with another pickoff attempt. However, Zach Black gonna get there easy.
Yeah, he's throwing that back there. He's throwing that back there at the second base, and I immediately was turning and watching Petty at third base with his speed.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I'm like, Isaiah Petty showed off his speed already a couple of times. I don't know if I'd be thrown a second, but it's not me.
I'd be worried about Mr. Petty at third base.
Jake Holmes now with a 3-0 count at the plate, the 3-0 home, and it just touches that outside corner for strike 1. The 3-1 home to Holmes. He fouls it over to his coach pretty much,
yep.
Brian Zarenda.
He gave the Olay to it, but you see, don't see now, but Coach Zarenda wearing the helmet. He was beaned a few years back. I don't know exactly what year, but ever since he's been wearing the helmet out there on the baselines, the base coaching box, and he's an advocate of that.
3-2 home, and Holmes rips this one into the left field gap. That's going to bring home Isaiah Petty. Zach Black trailing in right behind him, and Jake Holmes with a stand-up double. A little bit of finger guns back to his dugout.
2 RBIs. That one was clearly in the gap. There was nobody going to get that one. He just ripped that one out there where nobody could get it. Being a catcher, he will get a courtesy runner. It'll be Mark Johnson will run out there and run for Mr. Black. And quickly 2-0.
Infield's going to come together for St. Joseph's right now. Have a quick little discussion.
Yeah, Coach Vokey goes out there and he's having a chat with his entire infield. Tyler Skaggs will be next for the Eagles. Tyler Skaggs is a junior pitcher, shortstop and second baseman for the Eagles. He's as fast as Petty is, he's listed as the fastest kid in the team. So this Eagles team playing with some speed. Speed kills.
D'Amico tosses in the first one to Skaggs, and it's good for strike one. Again, there's just one away here, bottom of the first inning at Pullman Park between Serra Catholic and St. Joseph's. D'Amico with the look back to second, the 0-1 home, and it's up top, ball one. D'Amico with another look back, and Mark Johnson, who on the pitch is trying to make his way to third base, and he slides in there safely. Cooper not able to get the throw in time. A little bit of a bounce there.
Yeah. Jake Holmes timed that pitch. He got a nice little walking lead off of second base. And as soon as that ball was gone, there was no way.
The 1-2 home. And Tyler Skaggs swings at this one, fouls it off. Zarenda down there giving Mark Johnson some base running tips. D'Amico with the 1-2 pitch. Skaggs flips this one over the first base side. However, Zala not able to come up and make the play. Stays at a 1-2 count.
Mark Johnson down at third base. One of the freshmen on the team. One of 3 freshmen on the Eagles team.
Tyler Skaggs rips this next pitch into the outfield. However, not far enough into gap. Ross will camp right underneath of it, but Mark Johnson comes home. So a nice little ribby there for Tyler Skaggs. Just 2 away here in the bottom of the first inning at Pullman Park. Serra Catholic already with a nice little bit of a cushion, 3-0. As Max Black makes his way to the plate, the first pitch into him, low for ball one. D'Amico with a deep breath in. And a strike one now.
Gets that one into the zone. Already his pitch count, he's getting up close to 30 pitches here in the first inning.
I was gonna say he's been tossing 2-3 balls to every batter. He's got to be up there right now. Next one in, it's up top, ball 2. Again, there's 2 away. Serra Catholic up 3-0, bottom of the first inning. Max Black up to the plate. The 2-1 pitch, a swing and a miss from Max Black. Now 2-2, 2's all around. Max Black steps out, readjusts his batting glove real quick. He'll step right back in, tap of the bat on the plate.
According to Coach Zarenda, Max Black, he's the team jokester. He's the guy that keeps everybody loose on the team. So
maybe in the next game we'll have to get him to crack a joke on the broadcast. Last pitch into Max Black was ball, so he's now fully loaded on his count. The 3-2 home, and it's outside for ball 4. Max Black makes his way down to first base. There's still 2 outs here, bottom of the first. Bringing up, we're finishing up the brother pairings here.
Yeah,
Colin Holmes.
Today's pitcher for the Eagles.
Another righty-righty matchup here as Tamiko pitches it in up top, ball 1. Colin Holmes with a step outside the box, looks down at Coach Zarenda, steps right back in. Max Black now at first base. Tamiko with the kick up and a little bit of a grounder over to third base. Will Holmes make it? He won't. It's going to be, at the last second. The foot must have been pulled a little bit by Zala there.
Yeah, it was very close. That was a deep in third base.
Let's take a look at it here.
Yep.
Now batting number 27, left field.
Oh, that was close, but Holmes just makes it.
Beats it, yep.
At the last second. So now there's 2 runners on. Holmes over at first base, Max Black's over at second.
8th batter.
Carmen Cheverini. First pitch in and a strike 1. Yeah, we're already at the 8th spot in the Serra Catholic lineup. Bottom of the first. The 0-1 home, and it's up top, ball 1.
Now we're going to get a runner for Holmes, the pitcher, courtesy runner. That'll be Xavier Miller, another freshman.
The 1-1 home and up top, ball 2. Carmen Cheverini kind of twisted out of the way of that one.
Left fielder for the Eagles. Waits the 2-1.
Ball 3 outside. Tamiko with a look back at first base. The 3-1 home. A low strike. Carmen Cheverini did not think that that was a strike. He tossed his bat back as if he was going to be jogging down to first base, but he'll think again as he steps back in with a fully loaded count.
I always wonder, does that affect the umpire saying, hey, he's trying to show me up?
And this one, he nails into that 5-6 gap. Carmen Cheverini with a single right there, but that brings home Max Black. So now that makes the score 4-0 on Carmen Cheverini's single. 3-2 count. He just nails it right through that 5-6 gap there. Tamiko.
And the 9th batter for the Eagles here in the first. Matt McNeil.
First pitch into McNeil, and it's inside and low for ball 1. Tamiko, he did not look happy on that replay of Cheverini's single.
That was one of those seeing eye hits. Just hit where it had to be to get through.
The 1-0 home, and McNeil fouls this one off for strike 1. Again, there's 2 away. Now runners on first and second for McNeil, the guy rounding up Serra Catholic's lineup today. Another lefty, so a righty-lefty matchup going on right now. Tamiko with the 1-1 home and a big swing and a miss for McNeil. McNeil steps right back in. Tamiko a little bit slow between pitches. Maybe trying to take his time, get into his own rhythm as he tosses in the 1-2 and just touches that outside corner for strike 3. Serra Catholic up 4-0 here in the bottom of the first inning at Pullman Park. We'll be right back for the Serra Catholic Baseball Invitational after this.
If you need insurance, you need an agency that's sharp. The Sharp Insurance Agency is an independent agency and distinguish themselves by providing face-to-face customer service and reviewing coverage to provide the best possible value for their clients.
Hi, I'm Mike Chardon. Lean on my years of experience in the Pittsburgh area to find you the best insurance coverage, because when insurance companies compete, you win.
The Sharp Insurance Agency. Contact us today to have your personal or business insurance professionally reviewed.
I have a successful medical practice. I moved some of my savings into a GBU Asset Guard annuity, so I can retire when something unexpectedly great happens.
You got a GBU Asset Guard annuity, a multi-year guaranteed annuity that works to grow your funds at a locked-in interest rate for a term of 2 to 5 years.
I'm finally starting my first of many dream hikes. Thanks, GBU, for helping me prepare for what's next. Come on, Mr. Bigfoot.
Oh, yeah.
Welcome back to Pullman Park at the Serra Catholic Baseball Invitational. We're in game 2. It's the second inning, and Serra Catholic back out on defense. St. Joseph's got a little bit of work to do after a 4-run inning from Serra Catholic. Try and make their way back into this game.
Cooper.
Come on, Noah, let's get it started.
Chicken nuggets?
All right, and now it's time to look at St. Joseph's lineup for today. Leading off for the team is Charlie Ross, Gabe Maltese in the 2 spot, Owen Swanson batting third. Noah Cooper is cleaning up things for St. Joseph's today. Elliot Zalza in the 5 spot, Matt Tamiko pitching for St. Joseph's. He's batting 6th. Owen Polski, he's batting 7th. Luca Shima DeCola is in the 8th spot, and then Max Shihab is rounding up that order.
Drop in there.
This one lofted into the outfield. However, Zach Black making his way back in a nice over-the-shoulder catch in shallow left field.
Now batting,
That was an outstanding play by Black, going out into shallow left field, and that was looking up over his head, running with his back to the plate, making an over-the-shoulder catch there.
Very, very athletic.
Yeah, no doubt.
One away here, top of the second inning. First pitch in to Elliot Zala. Up top for ball 1. The 1-0 home, and it's off speed, but goes in for a strike.
Oh, that slow curve just froze him up right there. Black framing that one. Didn't get the call.
Colin Holmes with the 2-1 home, and that off-speed working for him right now.
Boy.
That's strike 2. Now 2-2 count.
What another beauty.
Gonzala. 2-2 pitch and a swing and a miss from Zala, and that one was fired right in by Holmes. So
Yeah, and I don't think that was his hard one. I think that was, he took something off, or maybe a little slide, or just a little cutter or something.
it definitely wasn't his fastest of the fast. However, it was
good enough.
It was good enough after those 2 off-speed pitches that
Right.
threw Zala off a little bit.
It's all about timing for if you're a pitcher.
Next up is Matt Tamiko, who takes the first pitch in from Holmes and watches a strike go by. 2 away here, top of the second inning. The 0-1 home turns into 0-2 for Tamiko. The 1-1 pitch. Up top for strike number 3. 3 up, 3 down for the Serra Catholic Eagles as they'll go on to hit and try to score some more runs. It's still 4-0 game here at Pullman Park. Serra Catholic looking for more after this. Welcome back, everybody, to Pullman Park for the Serra Catholic Baseball Invitational. A beautiful way for high school baseball to be started off here for the 2024 campaign. We're in game 2 of 4 games at this Invitational here today.
Yeah, great point, Susie. It's the weather here is like,
now it's like picture perfect.
it's like a 180 from what it was last year. Even though it was chilly this morning, I think it's going to be a beautiful day for some baseball here in Butler, Pennsylvania.
D'Amico's still out on the bump for St. Joseph's as he tosses in the first pitch to the leadoff hitter for Serra Catholic. It's low for ball 1 against Isaiah Petty. Yeah, it has turned into a nice day here in Butler County. I was a little bit worried. There were a lot of clouds earlier. The 1-0 home, and it's up top. Isaiah Petty actually ducking out of the way of this one, ball 2. Again, Serra Catholic with a 4-0 lead in the bottom of the 2nd inning.
Yeah, and Petty started off with a walk, came around and scored in the 1st inning.
The 2-0 home. This one good for strike 1.
You're watching the pitch count on Tomeko, and he's up in the mid-40s already. So
2-1. The swing, and it's fouled off by Petty into the left field stands.
Hey, man, one more.
yeah, he's claimed to be the most athletic kid on the team. He's a football and basketball player, 1,000 points in basketball, cross country, and baseball. So if there's a sport, Isaiah's playing it.
I think the one that shocks me the most is the cross country. Petty now with a 3-2 count, the last one a little bit inside. D'Amico with the 3-2. Petty will nail this one into the outfield. However, Ross getting on his high horse and making a nice over-the-shoulder snag.
Charlie Ross. Yeah, Charlie Ross, a nice running catch over there into left center field to get the first out.
He's made a couple of nice plays
Yes.
out there. This brings up Owen Dombrowski, who flew out to shortstop last time. A righty-lefty matchup, first pitch in, up top, ball 1. D'Amico with the kick up. This one outside, ball 2. Yeah, the sport that surprised me the most from Petty was cross country. Just because, when is that season? Is it fall? Is it spring? I feel like it could be any time.
I want to say it's
a mix of both.
Yeah, I wish I knew, but I want to say it's in the fall rather.
The 2-1 in up top for ball 3. I actually tried to run cross country once. I got halfway through practice and ran straight back to my car and drove home.
Yeah, the two sports when I was in high school was like eons ago. It was that I thought about and decided not to. There's ball 4 was cross country because I used to run.
Mm-hmm.
I would just get on the track and just run all day. And then the cross-country coach says, come run for me. And then I saw what they did, and I says, no, I don't think so.
It is different.
And the other one was wrestling. And I said, wrestling would be fun. But then I saw what they did. They run around through the school, up and down the steps all day. And they're going to make him go back? No.
No. D'Amico not looking happy with that call from the umps, but Dombrowski making his way to second base. The first pitch into Zach Black up top for ball 1. D'Amico just looking frustrated right now.
Yeah, he's having a hard time, controlling or locating his pitches.
Zach Black swings at this next pitch and lifts it high up into the air. However, Pukulski camping right underneath of it.
And he'll get the double play because the runner was off and running.
And then they tag up at second. That's a double play to end this inning. Serra Catholic still up 4-0 as we head into the third.
St. Joe's 4-0.
Welcome back to Pullman Park. We are in the top of the third inning. St. Joseph's trailing 4-0 to Serra Catholic. Colin Holmes on the mound. Delivers, and it's no balls, 2 strikes to the leadoff hitter here in the third, Owen Pekulski. That one just up and in a little bit. As Owen leaning back out of that one. One ball, 2 strikes. 7, 8, 9 for the Spartans. And there's strike 3, a swing and a miss. One down here in the top of the third.
Now batting number 8, left fielder, Luca Shiana-DeCola.
Luca Shiana-DeCola will step into the right-handed batter's box to face Mr. Holmes. Perfect so far is Holmes, and he delivers that one upstairs. Ball 1.
Holmes really wheeling and dealing right now, especially after a 3-up, 3-down inning in the second.
5 strikeouts of the 7 outs so far. And it's 2 balls, no strikes to the Shiana-DeCola.
He swings at that one a little bit up top.
Here's the 1-2. Or excuse me, 2-1. Now it's 2-2. And that wave at that high one. And Luca works it full against Mr. Holmes. There's a number down the first base side, and that one's just going to go foul. Count holds 3-2. With 1 out here in the top of the third, Colin Holmes going to deliver the payoff. And a payoff it is as he gets his 6th strikeout. 2 away.
Now batting for St. Joe's, number 4, right fielder,
Max Sheeb, the right fielder, will step into the batter's box. The number 9 hitter for the Spartans. Take strike 1. I always point out the old school batter with no batting gloves here. Steps into the batter's box. Got to love it. 1-1. That one's way up and out.
Did you play ball, Al?
I did. I was getting ready. I was recruited by Swing and a Miss by American Legion as I graduated high school, but I said, sorry, Uncle Sam's got me. I joined the Navy. So.
Oh, okay.
Strike 3. Takes that one. Strikes out the sides. Colin Holmes does. He goes perfect for 3 innings at the end of 2.5 innings. It is. The Eagles 4. The Spartans nothing.
Maya, can you come in here, please?
Yeah, Dad, what's up?
Is that your brother on the TV?
Yeah, that's my brother. It looks like it's tonight's game.
But how can that be your brother? I have never missed a single game.
We couldn't go tonight. Remember, you broke your foot.
Right. Well, I don't know who's putting on this production, but without them, I'd be missing this.
If you accept credit payments with anyone other than eServices Payment Technology, you are paying too much. At eServices Technology, we redefine convenience and security with our cutting-edge merchant payment processing. Whether you're a small business or large corporation, switch to a more accurate and efficient payment processing tool. Trust eServices for secure transactions that redefine the future of payments and can beat your current rates. Visit us at eservicestech.com, conveniently located near Baldwin High School.
Back here in Butler, Michelle Creel Field, Memorial Michelle Creel Field at the historic Pullman Park in Butler, Pennsylvania, is the Serra Catholic Invitational. Opens up the season every year. Again, thanks to Brian Zarenda, the head coach of Serra Catholic, puts this together every year. He does a fantastic job and always gets something going for the kids. And boy, Mother Nature's really cooperating with us today, Susie.
It sure is. 7 years in the running,
Yeah.
too. just made this idea up on a whim, and he went for it.
4, 5, and 6 for the Eagles. First up is Jake Holmes. He takes strike one from Tameko. Eagles up 4-0. I see some activity going down toward the Eagle bullpen, and there's one into right field and over the head. And it's going to be a double for Jake Holmes. He's 2 for 2, 2 doubles today.
That was Max Shehab out in right field. A little bit of a misread on that fly ball here.
Yeah, it took an awkward route to that one.
It was an awkward route. He might have taken a first step in there as well, but he just missed it, and now Holmes at second base.
Tyler Skaggs down to third base on a 2-hopper across the diamond. It goes. Nice. Oh, I thought a scoop. It didn't happen. It's going to be a throwing error, and on the throwing error all the way around from second base is Jake Holmes. He'll score, and it's 5-0 Eagles. As Skaggs reaches on the air on the play. There goes the runner. As
once again, he's good to go.
Max Black squares around the bunt. They may have called a balk on that because Tameko started and stopped, and runner Skaggs didn't hesitate. First movement, he takes off, he takes third base.
St. Joseph's already looking a little bit deflated in the bottom of this third inning.
Max Black ahead in the count, 2 balls, no strikes. 3-0. On deck is Colin Holmes for the Eagles. Strike on the corner. Nice pitch by Tameko. Max Black walked and came around and scored his first time in the first inning. We are here in the bottom of the third, 5-0 Eagles. Outside, Max Black works a second walk in the game for him. Runners on the corners now for the Eagles. Nope.
Yeah, I thought he worked a walk.
It's 3-1. There's the walk. Yeah, we were prognosticating there.
Yeah, we were seeing into the future.
Yeah, that's it.
Now batting number 25, Colin Holmes.
Colin Holmes at the plate now. Colin singled his first time. It's the pitcher of record so far. They throw over to first. Back easily was Max. Over at third base is Tyler Skaggs, Eagles second baseman. Squaring around the bunt, pulls it back, strike called. But on the play, Max Black trots down to second base. So 2 runners in scoring position now with nobody out here in the third, and 1 run already in. Just a bit outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Colin Holmes takes that one up and away. 2-1. Here's the Tameko pitch. Black waves at that one. And the count's even now at 2. Strike 3 called. The breaking pitch froze Colin Black. Nice pitch there by Matt Tameko to get the first out of the inning. His second strikeouts, beg your pardon.
And Colin Holmes going down looking on that one as it curved inside on him a little bit.
Carmen Cheverini sends one toward the shortstop. Across the diamond, play goes 6-3, but he'll get the RBI on the play as Tyler Skaggs comes in to score. 2 away. Second RBI for Cheverini.
Number 3, right fielder Matt McNeil.
Matt McNeil, the right fielder, steps in. He squares around the bunt. The lefty takes ball 1. He'll flip the bat at this one up over the roof down the left field side. 1-1. Game 2 of 4 today from Butler, Pennsylvania.
Consolation game is coming up next.
That one gets away. In easily to score was Black on the wild pitch. It's 2 balls and a strike to McNeil, and it's 7-0 Eagles. That clears the bases, though, with 2 outs. Another flip at a bat. That one goes straight back. 2-2. Tamiko with the delivery. That one just misses. Count goes full. There you get a good look at Matt Tamiko. Ball 4. That one misses the edge. Another walk issued. 5th walk issued by Matt Tamiko, and that may be it.
It does look like it's it for Matt Tamiko out there today.
Yep.
Chuck Volke making his way back out. This is his 2nd meeting with his infield. Although, I don't know. He might just be saying, let's just calm down,
Calm him
guys.
down, yeah. Give him a little breather here in the inning. Got to huddle down the third base line as the Eagles all clear the dugout, and they'll gather around Coach Sorrento on the third base side. And, yep. Looks like you going to get a pitching change? Yeah. Tamiko looks like he's making his way to third base. And
Elliot Zala
Zala, yeah.
is the next guy St. Joseph's is going to go to.
Zala will move from first base to the bump.
Tamiko over to third.
Tamiko over to third. See who goes, picks up the big first-handed or first baseman's mitt.
New pitcher for St. Joe's, number 0, Elliot Zella.
Looks like Polsky will stay at second, and Owen Swanson taking over first base.
First
duty.
base, yeah. So Swanson moves from third to first.
And once again, welcome
Call,
to
Susie.
the 2024 Serra Catholic Baseball Invitational. And
That will bring up that'll flip the lineup card over for Coach Sorrento. Isaiah Petty will be up for his 3rd time here in the 3rd inning. He's 0 for 1. He walked in the first, came around and scored. He'll be the first batter to face Zala.
And once again, welcome to the 2024 Serra Catholic Invitational. 7th annual.
Again, we talked about it earlier, Susie. Petty, the multi-sport athlete. Boy, if it's a sport, he goes, let me try it.
It's not a bad way to be when you're young, though,
No,
right?
no. I you know what? I kind of like scratch my head when I see all these young kids and they're specializing and they're like in junior high and high school and they're just playing one sport.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, play the multiple sports. You never know. You might pick up a basketball and all of a sudden decide, you never thought about it before, but say, hey, I like this sport and you're good at it. So you never know. plus it rounds you out. I mean, it uses all the different muscles and, you know.
And I always look at it as burnout, right? If you play something for too long, I knew a lot of great ball players. I played with a lot of good ball players, and they went on to play in D1 programs, and after about a year, they quit, and they went to a different school. And I would ask their parents why when I'd run into them when I'd be home, and, well, you know, Katie, she just didn't want to play ball anymore. She's been doing it since she was 10 years old, traveling the country.
I knew a lot of hockey players. I played hockey as well, and I knew a lot of hockey players. The same thing. They play in their traveling teams and their high school teams, and then they play in a off-season team, and then they're playing all year long, and then by the time they're a senior in high school, they're going like, I've had enough. So, all right, here we go. Zala on the mound now. He'll face Petty. Squares around the bunt. There goes McNeil. He'll take second base, and it's ball one. No, they called it a strike. Sorry. McNeil down at second base now. And there's one down the third base line. Out into left field. That'll bring another run home. An RBI single for Petty. He gets his first hit of the season.
He absolutely ripped that single into left field. It was an up-top pitch. However, he had his hands up, made a nice connection, and pulled it right into left field.
Absolutely. Tomahawked that one over to third baseman Tamiko's head, and he's not a small player. He's lengthy. That brings Dombrowski up. He's 0 for 1. He walked his second time up. He takes ball one.
A little bit of a pop-up in his first at-bat.
A little number out in front of the plate, and this one is going to trickle foul.
Dombrowski, though, showing off some speed. Was he listed as fast, too?
No, Cooper pounced on that. No, I didn't know. It doesn't. You know, my little notes here
He's
didn't.
still showing off some speed. I would label him as at least fast.
But he also runs cross country, so there's another cross country runner.
All makes sense.
Yeah. Rips this one. That's
foul.
just foul.
If that was not foul, that was at least a double or a triple.
Past the diving Owen Swanson down there at first base now, and boy, that one, he'd still be running if that was fair. One ball, two strikes. This one's the right field. That one's going to be fair, and it's going to be over the head of the right fielder. Everybody's still running around third base. Comes Petty. He'll score easily into third base, and still running is Dombrowski, and he is going to get a inside the park home run for Owen Dombrowski. It's a two-run homer.
Sheab with a little bit of a struggle out in right field today. We've seen it on 2 plays now. That initial step he's taking forward, you cannot afford to do that as an outfielder. That one was clearly ripped off the bat of Dombrowski. If he would have taken 2-3 steps backwards rather than an initial step forward, he might have been able to have him. They could have been out of this inning.
High Baltimore chop, and it's going to be a fair ball down the third baseline. And Zach Black is going to cruise into second base with a double. Boy, that was a turf double there. That one bounced off the turf like it was like a Super Ball over to third baseman Tamiko's head.
You got it. You got it eventually.
Yeah, I got there. He took that cross-country route. Speaking cross-country.
I'll tell you what, I never liked playing on turf because of the bounces. I mean, I was an outfielder, so I didn't have many turf outfield issues. Yeah, the infield issues. However, when I did come across it, I didn't like it.
There's another one ripped down the left field line. This one's deep, and it's going to get past everybody. It's going to roll to the warning track. Trotting home is Zach Black, and into second base, taking his place is Jake Holmes with an RBI double.
His second double of the inning. Another courtesy runner going out there for Holmes as well. Yep. Number 13, Damian Luxak.
Brings Tyler Skaggs to the plate. Tyler has 2 walks and two runs scored, and that one bounces up there. Ball 1. $11-0. Pop that one down the right side. I think that's going to twist foul. It will. One ball, 1 strike. Still nobody out here.
Again, after the pitching change, Owen Swanson going over to first base. I'll be interested to see what he strings together come the next game. Head coach Chuck Volke.
Strike called.
Oof, that was a nice off-speed pitch right down the middle. Chuck Volke really talking up Owen Swanson. He said when that kid's on, then the rest of his team is on. You can see they're trying not to put him in this first game so they can use him in the next.
Ripped up the middle. Base hit for Skaggs. And Coach Sorenda will hold Lusak. I was going to say Holmes, but it's Lusak running for him at third base. Runners at the corners now. Brings up Max Black. 2 walks and 2 runs scored for him so far today. He'll sky this one to left field. Sending him back. Still going back over his head. And that one's going to be just short of the warning track, and that's 350 feet out there. And another run in and another double for the Eagles.
These St. Joseph's outfielders are struggling a little bit. You saw Shima DeCola just backpedaling. Whenever a ball is hit that far over your head, the immediate second, you should be seeing it right off the bat. I could see it right off the bat, and if I knew I was going to have to run for it, I immediately turned around and started gunning it.
Turn and run. We got a pinch hitter here. They throw it back, and it not in time to second base. Swing and a miss, strike 1. I don't have a 34 on my roster. Sorry. This one, strike 2, a little fouled off there. Swing and a miss. They're saying that's 3 outs. I don't have any outs that inning.
There's a strike.
Okay, that's it. So at the end of 4 innings, it is.
At the end of 3, it's 12-0 Serra Catholic as we head into the top of the 4th.
All right, welcome back here to Pullman Park in Butler, Pennsylvania. It's the Eagles in command now, 12-0 over the Spartans of St. Joseph. New pitcher for the Eagles is freshman Mark Johnson.
We saw him out on the base pass a little earlier.
Yep, he was a courtesy runner earlier. He's going to come on and pitch here for the Eagles. Freshman getting some time on the mound. He delivers strike one to the leadoff hitter, Charlie Ross, for the Spartans. Foul tip. Got a piece of black behind the plate, but it's 0-2 on Charlie Ross. That one misses downstairs. Try to get him to chase. Charlie Ross won't have any of it. 1 ball, 2 strikes. That one's low and inside, 2-2 now. Foul tip. Charlie Black keeping it alive.
Lily Peters has something for us down the sidelines. Lily, what do you got?
Yeah, I talked to Coach Brian before the game, and he talked about Zach Black very highly. He missed the entire last season due to a shoulder injury, didn't play a single inning for the Eagles, but he described him as a power hitter. He is dynamic on the field and just a true leader on the field, and he was really excited to see Zach Black play today, and he's performing really well. Susie?
Thanks so much, Lily. Zach Black, yeah, that is exactly what Coach Zarenda told me whenever I spoke with him as well. He missed having that player. And when I asked, who are you excited to see back in action this year? He said, Zach Black. He had shoulder surgery last offseason. He missed the entire season, and I know he's one of my best players, if not the best.
Gabe Maltese in the lineup as Ross grounds out to first baseman Colin Holmes, now at first base. This one foul back. Boy, if screen wasn't there, Susie, that was in our laps if we didn't have a glass in front of us, too. So 1-1 now to Maltese.
The good news is, Al, I do have 2 baseball gloves, a wooden bat, and a bucket of baseballs in my trunk. So if we need them at any point today, I'm good.
This one's popped high on the left side. It's going to be in foul territory, and is that going to be in play? Yes, they're going to say in play. And a nice over the head catch there
by Jake Holmes. Jake Holmes.
2 outs.
Going back on that one and making an over-the-shoulder catch. It almost was a little bit outside of the realm of things. However, he just got it right in bounds.
Yeah, that's why I was waiting, because there's like a line over there from the end of the dugouts. Ball 1 to Owen Swanson. One and one now. That one caught the corner. This freshman doing a nice job out here.
Not bad. He's bringing a little velocity, too.
Yeah. That one just misses. I like your style, kid. That's what I said. Coach Zarenda, this is one of these programs where they never down, they just retool. Fly ball to left field. Can of corn. And 3 up, 3 down for the freshman Mark Johnson. And at the end of 3.5, it is 12-0. Eagles over the Spartans.
At Kenny Ross, we've always served our neighbors by offering the best value on new Ford models. This month, lease a 2023 Ford F-150 STX 4x4 Super Cab for $379 per month for 36 months. Nobody beats a Kenny Ross deal. KennyRossFordSouth.com.
Here at Loway, we have a pretty vast array of customizable promotional products, from pens, signs, mugs, water bottles, really anything you can think of. Some of the main services we provide here are screen printing, embroidery, and promotional products. What really sets us apart from our competitors is our on-staff design crew and our customer service. We can really help take your branding and marketing to a new level. The main thing you can expect from us here at Loway is quick turnaround times and a really high quality product.
All right, we'll welcome you back. I'm Al Lesh. Susie Cool next to me here in the booth. This is game 2 of 4 here from Pullman Park, as the Eagles of Serra Catholic are hosting the Spartans of St. Joseph. And right now it's all Eagles, 12-0 as we go to the bottom of the 4th. And the Eagles will send 8, 9, and 1 up to the plate this inning.
Now this is a scenario where if Serra Catholic scores 3 more runs, then this game is over.
Right.
Because of the mercy roll. It's 15 after 3, 10 after 5. They're at 12 right now, so they're pretty close.
So it will be leading off. Scheduled is Carmen Cheverini. We'll see if that actually happens, or if they get some other players some at-bats here. It will be Bodie Rieger stepping into the batter's box for the Eagles. Sophomore for the Eagles. He takes ball 1 from Zala. That one was about a 45-foot pitch. Ball 2. Zala's got one of those timing, I call it a timing pitch. He kind of hesitates as he gets his hand back, and that one is fouled off the first base side. 2 balls and a strike. Bodie Rieger is a basketball player for Serra Catholic, and he's going to send this one to right field. And it's going to fall in front for a single, a leadoff single. 1 on, nobody out here for the Eagles.
Nice little lofted single into right field there. Zala with a nice wait, patiently trying to see which way to kind of take it.
Zala throws that one away. Rieger will scurry into second base on the air. Now runner in scoring position for the Eagles with nobody out here in the 4th inning. That one misses, ball 1. Is this McNeil? It doesn't look like him. It is McNeil. No, it's Johnson. Johnson's at the plate. He's ahead 2-0. Zala from the stretch. Hey, he gets that one on the inside corner. Nice pitch there. The freshman watches it go by for strike 1. Swing and a miss. And Cooper couldn't corral that one, and now we have a runner at third base as Rieger finds his way over there. 2-2 to Johnson. That one gets by Cooper. Here comes Rieger to the plate. He's going to slide in safely on the wild pitch. And it's full count to Johnson. And it's a 13-0 game.
Just 2 runs away from that mercy roll. You're in the bottom of the 4th.
There's a strike 3 called on the outside corner, perfectly placed. And there's one away. Zala. And this is another pinch hitter, DJ Delliman, another sophomore. He takes ball 1. He'll send this one down inside the bag at third base. Rounding, he's going to just take the single. Delliman, a nice hit down the third base side. That one bounced right over the bag, Susie.
That, I feel, is the hardest play to judge, one of the hardest plays to judge in baseball, being the third baseman. It's so close to being foul, and then you kind of just have to wait and see. Tamiko not able to make the snag, but holding him to DJ Delliman to just a single.
Single,
there.
yeah. Dombrowski takes ball 1. He sends this one snagged by the first baseman, Noah Cooper, out there at first base now, and doubles up the runner. And it's a double play, and that'll end the inning. Eagles score 1, though, Susie. Makes it 13-0 as we go to the top of the 5th inning. Nice play there.
Welcome back to Pullman Park in Butler, Pennsylvania. It's a beautiful day here at the ballpark. We're in Game 2 of the Serra Catholic Baseball Invitational. Mark Johnson on the mound for the Eagles, taking over duties last inning as he just tossed in the first pitch to Noah Cooper. It was good for strike 1. The Eagles up 13-0 in the top of the 5th. The 0-1 home. It's up top, and Cooper doesn't go. Home plate ump. Yeah, home plate ump asked first base ump, and was a no-go.
I'm liking this freshman, Susie. He's doing a good job out here on the bump for the Eagles.
Johnson tosses in the 1-1, and it's a swing and a miss. Ball and a strike, or ball and 2 strikes. 1-2 home, just outside, ball 2.
That was a great pitch. He tried to get Cooper to chase there, and Cooper, all he could do to hold back on that one.
Cooper did not bite.
No.
The 2-2 pitch, a swing, and it's fouled back. Cooper stays alive. Cooper's only had 1 at bat this game. It was back in the 2nd inning. He popped up to shortstop.
You can say that about a lot of the Spartan batters.
Johnson looks in. Tosses the 2-2 home, and Cooper swing and a miss on that off-speed pitch right down the middle.
First strikeout for Johnson. I'm sure that's his first strikeout in his varsity career.
I would say so.
I would think so.
Being a freshman.
Yeah.
You never know. Maybe he played up there in 8th grade. I don't know if that's possible.
No.
First pitch in to Elliot Zala up top for ball 1. Again, there's one away here, top of the 5th inning between Serra Catholic and St. Joseph's.
Another one of his old school batters, no batting gloves.
1-0 pitch outside, ball 2. Zala wasting no time, right back in the box. It's a righty-righty matchup. Johnson with the kick up, delivers. 2-0 turns to 2-1.
Yeah, it's amazing how Coach Serra gets these. He finds players when he needs. I need a pitcher, he finds one. And when I need a third baseman, I find one. He hasn't needed a catcher for quite a while.
The 2-1 home, and Zala pops this one right up into the infield, and Mark Johnson comes up, snags it. Now 2 away here, top of the 5th inning.
That's another thing I like about high school baseball is any other level, a pop-up on the infield, the pitcher gets out of the way and lets his fielders field it. In high school, the pitcher says, I'm taking it.
Matt Tamiko now batting for St. Joseph's as he gets his first look at Mark Johnson. First pitch, strike 1.
Matt Tamiko struck out his first time.
Mark Johnson looking in at Max Black behind the dish. Tamiko swings on this next pitch. It's lofted high into the air, and it's another time where Mark Johnson's going to come off the mound and make the play to end the inning. Another 3-up, 3-down inning for the Serra Catholic Eagles. They're up top 13-0.
That's the game.
And that's game.
Yep.
That's game because the 10-run roll after 5 innings, Serra Catholic Eagles come out on top.
All right.
And we can talk about it now, Al. We can talk about the perfect game that the Serra Catholic Eagles put together. You looked at me during commercial break, and you said it's a perfect game. I'm like, Al, I'm not going to be the gal that mentions it on the broadcast and ruins it for everybody.
The announcer's jinx. We weren't going to do it for the Eagles, but that was a perfect game. You're right, Susie. Between Holmes and Johnson, they combined for a perfect game through 5 innings, yeah. And, boy, you don't see that very often. Even though it was a shortened game, it's still a perfect game. It goes down in the books.
Colin Holmes was 7 strikeouts himself in his 3 innings of work. And the other 2 outs that he needed for his 9 outs that he was out there for were pop-ups to the shortstop.
On the left side.
So not a bad day on the mound for Colin Holmes.
And then Johnson comes in, the freshman, and he gets him out 6 in a row. He picks up a strikeout along the way, and there you have it. The Eagles start their season 1-0, and the Spartans of St. Joseph are 0-1, but they can't hang their heads. This is a very, very strong Serra Catholic Eagles team that they went up against today.
Coach Zarenda is known for the teams that he strings together, and I'm thinking one of his emphases is going to be hitting. 12 hits. He's almost matching his run total with the amount of hits that his team is getting in just the first game out of this season. And I think what's funny about that is when I talked to Zarenda earlier this week, I've talked to him twice. I talked to him last week, and then I talked to him this week. When I was talking to him this week, I said, you guys played a game on Tuesday, right? He said, no, I didn't get my players until Thursday because half of his team was playing basketball. So he actually was like, I have no idea how we're going to do in this tournament on Saturday. This is the first time I'm going to see them. You know what, Coach Zarenda? I think you're doing just fine.
You're going to be just fine, yeah.
You got how many doubles? 4 or 5 doubles? You got an inside the Parker already? Game 1 into the 2024 campaign?
Yep, that was well done. And next up is going to be Our Lady of the Sacred Heart and St. Joseph's will play next here. Oh. Okay.
Let's take a look at
we're going to look at the
upcoming schedules for St. Joseph's.
On Tuesday, they will take on Avella at home, and then they will visit Springdale on Tuesday, April 2nd, and then that's home and home Springdale. That's a conference game, so they will play Springdale on Wednesday the next day. So it's Avella, Springdale, and Springdale on Tuesday, Wednesday.
A little bit of a break there. And then the upcoming schedule for Serra Catholic. They're going to play California on Tuesday, March 19th at 4:15 p.m. And then they're going to play Derry on March 22nd. That's Friday. And then Apollo Ridge on March 26th, Tuesday. So again, not as much of a break for Serra Catholic here.
No.
St. Joseph's had a big gap there, but some home games for Serra Catholic. And
all right, a couple highlights here.
A huge win for Serra Catholic in their first game out of the 2024 campaign at the Serra Catholic Baseball Invitational, 13-0 over St. John's Prep. From Susie Cole, Al Lesh, Lily Peters, and the whole entire JRM production team, we thank you for listening today.